what's going on? My name is Sid, and today we're just gonna be looking at some people who are way more talented than me. And let me specify the Crew 2 Discord server, which the link to that will be in the description. Make sure you read the FAQ rules and all that stuff before you join. Make sure of it. Has a section called the Crew Fan Art. This is basically for anything that isn't really to do with the game, but is still to do with the crew. But it's become a place of a bunch of really cool artwork from a bunch of really talented people. So I thought today, why don't I go through, show you guys some of it, share some of it, because obviously it doesn't make its way onto YouTube most of the time. So yes, let's go into it. Now, I guess. Yes, I'm just gonna be opening this on my old browser page, but to begin with, the most recent thing from Crantow71. Wow, like, whoa, chill. So high res. Jesus. How much work, like, this is what I mean. How much work goes into this? These can't be images gotten from in the game. They can't be. Like, what am I looking at? Obviously, this is a concept of, I assume, Hawaii. It gives me Hawaii vibes. But obviously, there's been a lot of rumors and stuff about the Crew 2 Hawaii and whatnot. But this is just wow. It's stunning. I saw another artwork like this, which I believe we'll see later on. Obviously, this one features the McLaren 720S, which was the most recent hypercar that we got. It's got the Alfieri and the Huayra, which is an interesting choice. I guess it is a good-looking hypercar, but it's not one of the most recent. I believe, did we get the 110? Or have we gotten anything before that? Because these two are the most recent hypercars, I believe. But I don't know what else we've gotten. And also, that boat looks ginormous. I don't know why that boat looks so much bigger. I assume it's meant to be closer. But I assume he's actually just gotten like, that view of a plane like that. That view of that plane. These shots of all of these and put them there because you can see he's got the same character. Maybe going with a non-agency helmet because the agency helmet is bad. Maybe if you put like different helmets on each of those, it would be very cool. But obviously just because then it wouldn't look like the same person in all three things. But wow, like this looks like official. How's it lower res further away? Like that right there. That looks like an official piece of work. Wow. It is insane how high resolution this is. I could just drool over this the whole video. Like, what is this? This is what I mean. Next thing we've got here is Empower the Drive. And you can tell apparently it's an Infinity. I don't know, to me that looked like a BRZ, but I don't know what that logo is in the bottom. Moving on. Just before we move on, if you're enjoying the video or you go to enjoy it, do head down there, leave a like on the video, and subscribe with notifications on. You may not even know you're not subscribed, but just check out all the stuff I do. I do a bunch of stuff, so yes, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and enjoy the rest of the video. There is some pixel art, but we'll see a different version of the pixel art in a minute. Because first, we've got a man who we'll see more of, Mr. Tire Slayer. And just this should show you his editing prowess already. Interesting choice to use the Ford Raptor, I guess, but it matches the color scheme of course, the orange with the Year of the Tiger. The Chinese New Year, which was a while ago. How long ago was it right now? Because I did the event for it 2 weeks before it came out. And I know that I wanted the Wraith cat skin for Chinese New Year, but I didn't end up getting it. So I don't know if it's still Chinese New Year. I assume it's not. I don't even know how many weeks it's been since the summit. But the next thing is a Supra?
Whoa! Is that a Supra? Dude, is that a Supra?
Yes, it's a Toyota Supra pixel art, which the cloud design is interesting. Unfortunately, because I was about to say because we live in a society. I take that back. Because we live in a world with NFTs, this just reeks of NFT to me, but that's no fault of Sandstinger's. But is it a Supra from this side? Supra side view. You know what? I'd say it's a bit too flat. Obviously, you could say that it's a restriction of the fact it's, you know, pixelated. But I think it stretches too far forward as well. Like there, if you get what I mean. Like, it stretches too far forward. But other than that, I think it's a convincing Supra. Also, it would just have to stay as this. You wouldn't be able to make this into a game or anything, because who's gonna play a side-scrolling racing game? While I'm just searching, why is that so drip? Like, what kind of Summit Car Supra is that? That is chill, okay. Now we've got 2 sets of hand-drawn pieces of art. The first one by Sherlock, which looks to me like a Porsche. It's like a really condensed Porsche. I'm not sure what the rims are, but it's like, if you look at like these kind of areas, this area and this area, regardless of the proportions, it's actually really well done. Again, I'm not sure about the rims or the wheels, but the proportions of it are done very well, I would say. And then next, we have something that's like, how do you even begin? How do you begin? How? I did art. No, I never did art. I would have taken it at GCSE, but then I was like, they're just gonna make me do actual work and not just draw things. Which I did the same thing with music. I took music at GCSE, and then turned out they wanted me to learn Beethoven. Not play Beethoven, mind you. Learn why in Beethoven's 75th concerto at 2 minutes 50 in, he uses a B note. Like, I don't care. Let me diddle about on the keyboard myself. Music-related exposition aside, I wanted to take art. I enjoyed art a lot. Wait, you know what? If I was bothered, I had like a booklet in a store, in like a bag somewhere of a really old booklet. If you know what, if you boys really want to see it, some of my old artwork stuff is in there. I just drew like superheroes and comics and stuff like that. But this is just outrageous. Like, this is impeccable. I'm not sure what car it's supposed to be. I think that may just be me not recognizing it. Oh, who's this next guy then? Is that who did this one? Who's done this one then? What? Who did this? What? Yes, I did a video where I recreated a bunch of cars from Back to the Future, and this is the thumbnail from that, obviously missing the Marty McFly on the right, of course. But I really enjoyed this video, and I really enjoyed making this artwork, so I put it into the Crew 2 fan art chat, because why not? It looks pretty cool. I like the effects I used. By effects, I mean vanities, because, you know, you got the fire on the road, you got the electricity and whatnot. It came together pretty well, you know. Now, I'll try and have it on screen, but I normally do the thing where I combine the Crew 2's logo with the logo of whatever I'm doing, which I did with Sidemen, Stradman, Fast and Furious. It just didn't work as well here, in my opinion. It just didn't really work as well. Next, we've got a blast from the past, using the DeLorean to time travel to Driver San Francisco. Why does it put this gray thing at the top? That's not there, by the way. This is by Josh, actually. Josh, you may know him on the channel. He's been in a couple of videos, but if you watch the streams, he's in those. But yeah, this is like a lot. I wonder what cover he's actually going for. Boys, did you know the car isn't orange? It's not orange. Like, here, look. See, that looks orange. You'd think that's orange, right? But canonically, definitively, like, as a matter of fact, the car is yellow. It's a yellow. It's yellow. Apparently, the tone on the game is so strong that it made the car orange. But yes, I assume he's going for this. Curious on the choice to not have Tanner in there then, I guess. Because you could have, I guess, just... Oh, I guess it would have been hard to... You could have grabbed, like, this, maybe, and then just cut out, you know, the inside of him. You could have cut out Tanner's insides. But you know what? It came out pretty good. It's the right style of shot, obviously. I believe this is also a recreation, yeah. The image I was just looking at is actually someone who did that exact same thing I'm mentioning. They took the original image, put it there, but then also did their own... Oh, wow. Okay, that is... Wow. Okay, poor Josh, because I've just found someone else doing it, and I'm now just praising them over Josh. But, like, wow, this one actually has gone in depth. Like, he's got the exact... That's it. That's insane. That's insane. Massive shout out to... let me look at this. Mr. User / Of course it's Tire Slayer. What a legend. He's right there. I should have been paying attention. What a guy. What a guy. Next, actually, we do have my 2 summit cards that I created. The Noisemaker Aventador and the Cease and Desist Ferrari, which if you want to see more on and 4 more custom-made summit cards from me and the boys, that was a video I did. It'll be on screen right now. We made our own summit cards. Maybe I'll put the link in the description. Maybe just search, like, we made our own summit cars, SidWaj, and it'll come up, you know, if I don't remember. But you know what? It was a lot of fun, and I'll show you the process and whatnot. And, oh, here we go. It was by Crantul as well. This man is insane. I need this man to make some artwork for me, you know? Like, this man is insane. Like, what? Honestly, I remember seeing this one originally, but now I've seen the second one. Like, this guy does insane work. I wouldn't mind paying this guy, like money to do this. The front wheel of the Devo does, not the Devo, the Lavoie Noir does look a bit big, but in his defense, the Crew 2, if I just search the Crew 2, the new artwork of the Crew 2, which has been a bit decisive, is this. Like, look at the size of the front wheel. But I wonder if, I assume this is also grabbed in-game then, because originally I considered it was just taken off of the artwork for the Crew, but I reckon it's actually taken in-game now. I wouldn't know, to be honest. Not sure what happened to the Crew 2 logo there. Like, if you look there at the logo, it's a lot cleaner. It's just got a bit messy there, I guess. I think the cutout's a bit messy, and I don't know why the, like, empty bits are colored in black, I guess. I don't know. But, like, hey, that's, like, nothing compared to everything else on this image. One thing is, okay, you know what? The man's definitely improved. I'm not sure about the checkpoint. I think the checkpoint should be a lot smaller. You know? You get what I'm saying? Because, like, looking at the checkpoint as a point of reference, it makes the Lavoie Noir look like one of those cars kids will sit in to drive, you know? We'll move on. A next bit of fan art is a Crew 3, which is interesting. It is a concept on, actually, what I was just referring to. The Crew 2 imagery, which is the new logo for the game, but they seem to have just... they seem to have just put other larger people in front of the people already on there. And then colored this in and put a 3 on it. Interesting choices are made here. This helmet looks photoshopped on, for one. I don't know about the rest of it. What am I actually looking at? Oh, I don't even know. I honestly don't even know. I mean, hey, the man said he just made it for fun, so fair play. You know, fair play. And here's this man again. Mr. Tire Slayer, the absolute legend himself. 5 years. 5 bloody years. This man has been going for 5 years. Wow. I wonder what his oldest video on his channel is then. 4 years ago. Wow. That's insane. Honestly, this guy he's been going. What was one of his early ones look like? Dom versus Brian. Whoa, whoa. Okay, that looks really slow. Okay, I know it's meant to be intense, but the fact it goes from, the fact it goes from being in the car with them, speeding, to just, like, on a leisurely drive. I don't know what the camera motions did there. And hey, let's not pretend like I'm mocking the guy, because I was in one of his most recent ones, and damn, this guy is insane at the moment. Like the level that this guy is done and come to is just wow. Yeah, insane. If you boys want to see a video of me going through some of Tire Slayer stuff, I did see another cinematic creator as well, who I thought was very, very cool. I may do some of his stuff as well, because obviously I did collaborate with Tire Slayer on that. By collaborate, I mean help. The man did all the work. I didn't do anything. He did the work. We're coming towards the end, and one of the last thing we'll look at is another Crew 3 concept, which this one is really interesting. So they sort of took the idea of the Crew 3 being in Japan and ran with it. That I guess makes sense, because obviously it's a thing that people want for the Crew 3 to be in Japan. And I think, you know what, personal opinion with the Crew 3 in Japan, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. Although I don't believe Japan would make an amazing map, video game-wise, I think the crew, if they did it the same way they've done America, I think they could pull it off well enough. I would prefer something like Africa, but if they could pull it off well enough, I would be okay with that, because then it would get default hype. Like, it would just be hyped because it's Japan, which would probably mean it's a bigger game, and people would play it just because it's like, oh, it's the racing game in Japan. And everyone drools over that. They obviously got the 720S and the Cybertruck. I don't know what this thing is in the middle. The idea of driving a Cybertruck in the crew, I think, would be a lot of fun. And then there's obviously the artwork in the back. There's some stuff here that's a bit iffy. I feel like the crew logo could have either done with a shadow to separate it from the lines. I think you can even see this middle one spills over to this side. Like, I don't know. There's a few things that this thing could definitely need altered. I don't know what's going on there either. But you know what? It's a pretty good attempt at a Crew 3 image. So you know what? Let's look at it for that. The future. But yes, the feature of this video is that it is ending. It is ending right now. This video is no longer going to continue. Thank you so much to popular members, a special thank you to famous members, and an insane thank you to star member Lucas Kirkland and icon member For the Love of Life. That's Smash from me. In a
my heart spills, so I'm cleaning up a mess, yeah. Gotta go to church, feel the demons at my neck, yeah. When I'm on a pill, I be feeling like I'm blessed, it's a curse. When I'm on the drugs, I'm the worst, shawty. Tell me how it feels, tell me does it hurt. Tell me if it's wrong when I'm lifting up your shirt, shawty. Tell me if it's real, or would you leave me in the dirt?